I remember that.
Hey guys, welcome to another Sunday My Hero Academia manga stream. We're here with chapter 337. I'm here with Mark.
Hey,
And Mark, there's something that we always do before every new My Hero Academia manga stream. And what would that be? Oh, yes.
hold on.
Featuring Halo. What?
Oh,
Where's this choir coming from? Yes. So we're gonna review real quick the previous chapter. Although I guess it would be like 335 and 336. Essentially, this is shifting over to the class 1A, just like at the just in the main like living room. Well, actually, not as much as that. Well, that actually does take place there, here and there. But essentially, All Might just kind of like debriefed them on everything. And what was it? It's revealed that everyone in Class 1A has been kind of prepping like during the time that like Deku and All Might like left. And so they go pretty much straight to training. And that's when we get hints here and there about like the traitor. The traitor that I so believed that Horikoshi either dropped, forgot, or both. And turns out
surprise, motherfucker.
Turns out, surprise, motherfucker, I just picked it back up again. I'm the writer.
It's like, oh.
I dusted that little yellow sticky note that I left on my desk. It says traitor?
Traitor.
Yeah, it's just so funny to know that it was one of those things where, like, in an interview, you just said, "Oh yeah, I forgot." Anyway.
Oh yeah, traitor. Oh, you're the traitor. That's right.
But I'm glad of how like it's set up now, because it was kind of hinted, or at least people like had the idea with 335 that it was going to be Hagakure, but it turns out in 337 she's actually, or 336, she's actually looking at the actual person like in the midst of the woods, still within like UA grounds, that it was actually our boy not Tokiyami.
Aoyama.
Aoyama, thank you. And seeing that chapter of him breaking down, they really
God, so emotional.
they drew him absolutely just withdrawn,
Just distraught.
and it makes it evidently clear that despite him being told, like him being like an agent of like All for One, he didn't really want to do that by choice.
This is not his decision.
Yeah, because his family wanted him to have that life as a hero, but he was quirkless. So All for One like reached out and gave him a quirk that wasn't really suited for him, but hey, it's a quirk regardless. Actually, now that I think about it, well, I guess we'll get to that later. I was starting to hypothesize, like, why specifically naval laser?
It's the one he didn't want.
Yeah, he's like, airwalk, reinforcement, naval laser. Hey, Doc, can we just preserve? Sorry, I rather not copy that one either.
Yeah. Be careful, that gives you the shits.
Hey yo. Brunchy.
Foul as fuck.
So mean. But essentially, Aoyama's like with his folks, and they're just talking about how like they need him to save them. And Deku hears all of this with Hagakure like right behind him. It's so heartbreaking, because knowing that they've developed like a really good friendship, like out of all of like Class 1A, aside from Ida, Todoroki, a little bit of Bakugo, Uraraka, like outside of those people, those folk, it's Aoyama and Deku like having like a really strong like kinship, because little did we really know that like, his words, "I know," and also like "you too have a quirk that's not suited for you," actually meant they were both quirkless.
It's like Kristoff's tinfoil hat was right.
He was so right about that. And now Deku has to do something about it. And now We are here with chapter
Let me just
337.
get it open. Let me just get it open.
Oh, okay, yeah, for sure. I heard you say like open and almost sound like OP, so I almost thought like we were gonna have like a manga stream OP.
Manga stream OP. Cue the OP.
I wish I had like a song in mind for that. We can always have the the token kind of boom opening. All right. So let me know when you're ready, Mark, and we should get started.
I am ready.
Okay. All right, here we go. So this is chapter 337. I'm starting off first page. We have a shot of just like the hideout. Well, actually, you really can't see too much of the hideout. You just see a little cavern, but it's covered in like what looks like bamboo or just like tall brush, but essentially
Natural camouflage.
natural camouflage. I think this is Dobby speaking right here. He says, "Friends to spare, huh? Aren't we screwed if one of your friends gets caught?" All for one says, "Not in the least. Say your 10 yen lighter fizzles, or, well, this is Dobby again, I think. Say your 100 yen lighter fizzles out. What would you do?"
That's all for one for sure.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. When my friends succeed, I rejoice. Should they fail, I think, oh, what a shame. And after that, that brief disappointment, I set move on the next viable route in my plan.
This man compared Aoyama to a dollar lighter. A dollar store lighter.
Yeah. Yes.
That's foul as fuck.
Yes. Very sad. Anyway.
Yes. Yes. Very sad. Anyway.
Oh, but here's the next page. They're less like friends and more like disposable tools as we cut to the forests of Deku overseeing Aoyama, his friends, and there's Hagakure conveniently taking up that little spot right there. And continuing that, and I say hip hip hooray for any slight excitement they can inflict. And immediately cutting into their run away, Yuga! Deck was like, hold on. I'll read this last page. I'll read this last page here. Mama and Papa, my being quirkless has caused you no small amount of dismay. Both of you came from wealthy, privileged families and never wanted to do anything in your own upbringings. And the two of you fretted over my being different from the other children, even more than I did. That's why, hoping against all hope and wishing only for my happiness, they say in the background, they say they can give him, they say he can give quirks to others. And for the wishing over my happiness, you dare to believe in a dubious rumor.
All right, got this.
Okay.
Is he shitting himself?
Oh, as he's shitting himself.
I suffered at the hands of my new quirk, which was a poor fit for my body. Aw, surprise, Yuga! Oh, look how happy they are. While you, Maman and Papa, grappled with your own angst as you raised me, because you so feared my being different. My own dream sprang from that desire to conform. Shine, I can't stop twinkling. Yes, at some point, I hope to give back as you two had done so much for me. So you will be attending UA. They say All Might has been hired to teach at that school. Acting in service of others. Acting in service of others, inform me when your class is going to be isolated. In pursuit of their happiness, tell me the location of your training camp.
Oh no.
Giving of myself for everyone else's sake. Now that Izuku Midoriya has returned to UA, lure him somewhere alone.
Oh no.
That note you left when I learned that, like me, you were born quirkless, And is you again?
Okay, here we go. I fell into quit Aoyama, utter despair, navel, one for all. Oh my god, this is like shot for shot, like action sequence. He shoots his laser. He's like, laser! As
Hagakure deflected it.
She did. That was pretty
He can
good.
refract. He can refract light.
Yeah. Perfect matchup, like in this case. Poor dude, he's still crying right now. Oh my god, here's Hagakure. My body lets me refract light. As you you see a little bit of like her body a little bit. So it's like we could have been but she continues. We could have been killed time after time. And now all of Japan is like totally messed up.
Get ready.
No, stop.
Invisible girl's face.
What was going through your head this whole time in school with us?
She's so cute.
And we'll never get to see that afterwards. Living in the dorms with us even? Well, say something, Aoyama. And he's still crying.
He looks so distraught.
The family speaks up here. You have it wrong, our dear. You only ever...
As they're just like...
But Deku immediately contains them with Black Whip. I can only imagine, like, just like how they draw like the text bubbles. He's just trying to keep it together. Listen, Aoyama, Hagakure. Or Hagakure just did you a favor. She doesn't want you hurting anyone else. Okay?
You got this now?
Okay.
So come on. Enough. Let's stop this. Just let this, as they're both crying, be over.
Oh, God. Okay. Continue.
I got the gist. As we see our police chief, or our police officer, friend of All Might, I forget his name. Is it Tsukachi? Is it Tsukachi? Tsukichi? Something like that?
Yes.
He gave the boy a quirk and took control of the family. Look at poor All Might.
Oh my god, dude.
The quirk was granted about a decade ago. The fact that kid's sitting here in one piece tells us that he's not rigged to blow in case of betrayal the way Nagant was. That's what we were worried about.
Yeah.
May I ask you children to leave the room, says Nezu, principal.
Oh my god.
And then we see the class.
Oh my god.
No, you may not, says Todoroki. And then you see Kaminari. This makes no freaking sense. Ojiro, as he's holding Hagakure, I think he's like holding onto Hagakure's hand. What were you planning if Hagakure hadn't caught you? Come on, Aoyama. Tell us it's all bullcrap, dude, says Kirishima.
Mm-hmm.
Then we see Bakugo. Another one of us who started out quirkless. Small world, huh? Jesus to Izuku, and there's the Aoyama just in tears still.
Mm-hmm.
You got this?
Oh, yes. Police chief continues. Sadly, we're still struggling to restore law and order. So, you need to tell us every last thing you know about All for One. Father's here speaking up. We know nothing. He makes his requests, and we obey. That's all. Should we fail, he'll kill us. If we lie to him,
shaking and crying.
If we lie to him, we're dead. Kill you? How? He gave us a demonstration of what happens to those who defy him.
Oh god.
Yeah. Oh my god. My god. It was some lackey who surrendered to the police. They were killed soon after leaving prison, so they couldn't escape him. Wherever we run, he'll find us and make us face our doom.
That's terrifying.
Oh yeah, like he instills the fear. I'll continue here. Yuga had no way of knowing what would happen. Each time he followed those orders, he only knew that he mustn't fall under suspicion. We're the ones to blame. What was going through your head is this whole time in school with us? I think this is Aoyama like thinking about it. But again, is this him talking here?
Yeah, it's Aoyama talking.
Okay. Now he's starting the conversation. Your deaths could very well have been on my head, and yet I found myself smiling alongside you all, as if we were truly friends. Then we learned Midoriya was also once quirkless, yet he faces the crushing task that is standing up to All for One. I despaired when I realized how pathetic I am compared to him. Rather than express concern for Midoriya, I wallowed in my own misery, which sent me spiraling into despair. I'm rotten to the core. All right, go ahead, Mark.
I, Yuga Aoyama, am a villain through and through. As he's just crunching his fist, then says, "Oh yeah, then why did you try to save Kachan and Tokoyami back in the forest?" As we see the naval laser just like freaking hitting Compress straight in the face.
Yeah, I saw that. We all remember that. It's like, oh right. Okay, go ahead.
That was Aoyama doing a big save back then. As we see Tokoyami and Bakugo just sitting there like, "Oh yeah, that did happen." And the cheese you left me that night. Did All for One order you to do that too, huh?
The cheese. I know.
Of course not. I'm kicking myself for not realizing that was your SOS to me. And the reason you're bawling your eyes out now clearly isn't because you failed All for One. I happen to know a hero who got manipulated by him, but even she didn't sell her whole soul. Her spirit was crushed, that's all. Midoriya, kid. If I had known, maybe things would have worked out differently. Doing wrong doesn't make you a villain for the rest of your life. Take my hand, Aoyama. And you see Bakugo's like, if nothing else, we can choose how to enter this fight. Deku, I get it now. You can still be a hero. As he says, as they're both crying, as he says to Aoyama, it's a parallel of all might. You can be a hero. You can still be a hero.
Ooh. I felt that. That was good. Even like going like a page back, you see that like All Might kind of already picks up on that.
He's like, yeah. Midoriya.
But definitely seeing Bakugo kind of like have this realization about like what Deku's trying to do. It's not like during this short time between like Deku kind of leaving UA and him having like fully bathe and talk to everyone.
After he bathed,
he's already like shown maturity like in this route, so that I think us as readers can be like reassured that he won't be trying to do things on his own ever again. And he's now following like a slightly like changed path that is a little bit more like inspiring for those around him instead of just him trying to shoulder everything.
Exactly. Also, second to last page, like the one where we saw Nagant.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at Aoyama's eyes in the top left, they're still dark. And as the speech is going on, you see in that one panel his eyes start to twinkle again. The light comes back. I was like, oh!
Oh, I see it. Oh. So I'm glad that.
Nice
yeah. That was real rough. Now I kind of wonder though, like, I know that obviously they shot like Mr. Compress, so that was definitely like an uncalled for like act. Aoyama actually like acted out like for concern for his friends at that time, but that was never really reported to like All for One. So that just simply means that only All for One knows about Aoyama.
And even Aoyama, and I mean, here's the thing: even Aoyama, like, he didn't want to do it. That's why he helped his friends.
Yeah, and it's also why I guess we get a little bit more reassured about like Aoyama's standing to be a hero and not be like absolutely destroyed by all for One, like right like on spot like Nagant was. But and
everyone out there thinking it was Kaminari, y'all must feel real foolish now.
I was gonna say, like, I mean, Hagakure, like, I kind of like I could see that, but I also like kind of was wishful thinking that no one was like that because everyone was just so cheerful.
Like,
And
I was thinking that it might have just been a plot by All for One just to sow discord. It's like, oh, there's a traitor. No, there's actually not. It was just a game. It was just a joke. It was like, ah, gotcha.
there's also the bit like in the licensing exam too. It was immediately after Aoyama like shot like naval laser like upwards. Um, I forget exactly. Maybe it was that point. Yeah, it was when Ida was saying some words, some inspiring words to him. That he kind of like he had like a quick look on him, and like I think like a lot of people caught that. But then of course immediately was followed after him just feeling all queasy. So we couldn't really like fully go off on that. But
That was the
in
one that I think the one that you're thinking of was the cheese one with Izuku. Like, because afterwards it was like, yeah, they were joking around that serious face,
oh
but then he shit
yes,
himself, so everyone forgot about
yes,
it.
yeah, it was because it was after he's saying like, "Hey, Midoriya, look at me." He was leaning on some like rocks.
On some stone, and he just did that. And then after, like at the end, he's got that dark, serious face. And
Yeah,
then you see there's the stuff coming from his pants, like those like stink fumes, and he's just like hardened. I was like, oh no.
that was so gross, but yeah, I definitely dismissed that as just simply like him feeling queasy, and I just like forgot about it.
I just thought they were. I just thought Horikoshi was trolling.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think it was like legit.
Yeah, it's yeah. Oh my god. I'm glad that Deck is reaching on this way. We talked about it last time, and we pretty much like predicted like up to this.
Like
Deck,
Izuku was gonna help him, but the
yeah,
way it's done here is, ugh.
it's so impactful because you see like how all the students are feeling right now. Like everyone's distraught as well. I mean, look at Mina, like in the classroom
She's
shot.
so upset.
Yeah.
Kaminari is like, what the fuck?
Even Mineta is like, what the fuck, bruh?
Even Shoji, his one eye is like, bruh.
Mm.
Uraraka with the ponytail look right now.
Yeah, she's still maintaining that. Who's like right behind Mineta?
I'm trying to look at that costume. I'm thinking that's Bakugo. No, wait, it might be Ida.
Oh, you know what? Oh.
Because Ida does have the dark suit on right now.
Actually, yeah, consistently, if you look at between that page and like the next two page afterwards, with that actually shows Ida's face, you can see the teeth from Kirishima, and Kirishima is definitely like on the right hand side from our perspective.
Yes, that is Ida.
Man, dude.
Man.
This is definitely heavy because like I can't imagine what the class 1A is like feeling right now about like a classmate that like granted I don't know how close he is with everyone, but everyone just knows each other by name at that point and just like have worked together for so long. I know
everyone's at least semi close.
Yeah. So it's gonna change the dynamic for sure. I just hope that people, especially like the grown-ups, can like get behind Deku's words and see if they can come to like an understanding. I think though, to make it balanced, they would have to reveal like, I guess if anything, Aoyama would have to say anything about like what All for One had in mind, and that's all he can do. Because I wonder about that, because remember like when All for One and All Might had like their fight, and All for One literally just did the name drop Izuku Midoriya, and All Might's like, what?
I know, he's like, excuse me, how do you know that?
Sir. And to be fair, like Deku wasn't doing the greatest job like keeping that like concealed, considering what the power is, but I mean someone would have leaked the information anyway, so that could have just been Aoyama. But it could also just be simply that All for One is just simply like that, like perceptive of like how things work like that.
It's just that connected.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just, man, dude. I'd really hope for the best for Aoyama. Like I know they like just added. I shouldn't say they just added, but they have a canon here where Aoyama is a traitor. So everything that we've seen up until now, isn't like fake or anything. It's just simply a new like kind of look to the character. I just hope that like
I wonder if the French accent's real or if that shit is like legit fake.
I don't think so. Just because of like how they like put in the text of like how he pronounces like mama and papa.
Like, I don't know why. I think it's like mama, not maman. It's like you say my man.
My man and papa.
My man.
My man.
Or it's like mama and papa. Like mom and papa.
Yeah.
Or is it like a thing swapping between?
Yeah, I think that is like his natural accent. Which all the more reason why you would never expect it from him. It just he always so like he seems so like out there as far as like a character. But I mean like with his interactions with everyone, particularly like Deku, it just seemed a lot more genuine as a very like very unique character, but just had a belonging. And I think he still does. So I just hope that everyone comes to like an understanding and Aoyama gets another chance.
There's got to be a quirk awakening for him that could help him use his quirk. There's got to be.
That'd be cool to see. I mean, he's already learned how to manipulate like lasers to shorten up like the length, so he can not have to like shoot out like that much.
So he can like use it for longer periods of time.
Yeah.
He's at least learned a little bit of how to work with it, but
Yeah.
still not easy. I'm like, I mean, there's got to maybe it's just because it shoots out of his stomach. There's got to be another way to divert the laser from another part of his body.
Yeah, that is interesting. But I also think that in comparison, Deku, I mean, obviously isn't really fit with all these quirks. But he's made it his own, so that
I think Aoyama could do the same thing.
Stands to reason that Aoyama could do the exact same. It's just a little weirder because it is just a naval laser.
I mean, it's like if it's like say it's a naval laser, meaning it's in the gastrointestinal system.
Mm-hmm.
So it stands to reason he could legit do a Dragon Ball style Nappa and shoot that laser out of his mouth.
That'd be so dope.
Like you know, Nappa does that in Dragon Ball. He shoots that blast out of his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, if it's technically we're just talking within the gastrointestinal system, in theory, I could see it working. If he could somehow learn to redirect the energy from his navel into his mouth.
I just wonder. I guess it depends. Like, I mean, obviously, like his bell kind of like helps channel that. So, if everything was kind of built around that, I think it could work. Honestly, if he just had finger guns,
I think the belt. Oh, true, it could be finger guns, like Eternals.
I love it. Doshun. Did you get that? I did.
I got it, sir.
I did, sir.
I did, sir. I fucking love that guy.
Mm-hmm.
I got it, sir.
He was great.
Like, even when the world is being destroyed, he's still like, I would miss you all so much.
Mm-hmm.
He was so sweet.
He was the best like supporting character.
He is he's just that guy. He's that guy you want.
He's got multiple cameras.
He does have all the cameras.
How many cameras do you have?
I'm a professional. I always bring several cameras.
Also, shoutouts to Hagakure having like a moment, not just having like her own like speech, but also just like that face reveal.
And she's so cute.
It sucks because like that's all we get to see right now. Like we only get I mean it's quite a lot. It's just like the left hand side of her face.
If the volume cover for this is not Aoyama or just seeing Hagakure Horikoshi just fully drawing her what she looks like, I will be so sad. I feel like that should be allowed. Volume 33 or 34, we should at least be able to see what Hagakure looks like on the volume cover. or at least in a sketch in the volume.
Yeah.
Because it's not a secret anymore.
Yeah, it's no longer the secret. But it sucks too because like there's gonna be less chances to actually see that unless they did something like really special for a chapter. We'll see. I think either that or like there just had to be some kind of like marked up like sketch design. There's got to be one, and Horikoshi's like, "Oh, here, have it." I was like, "What?" Here's an NFT.
Here's an NFT. Oh God.
But yeah, all right. Let's see. When's the next chapter actually?
It says 7 days.
It says the 17th. Oh no.
It says 7 days.
7 days. Okay, thank you. 7 days. So we'll be back here again.
17 will be 5 days from now.
I was gonna say, I was like, that's a little bit shorter. My dude.
Oh boy, we get a special.
Oh no. But all right. Damn, dude. I just hope for the best for Aoyama.
Absolutely, the man deserves some happiness.
Mm-hmm. His family too, because I mean, they just wanted the best for his son too.
Like they didn't do anything necessarily wrong. They just made it not good. They just didn't know that would happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
They say, hey, this guy gives quirks. So it's just like, oh, it turns out he's a horrifying supervillain. Oh, this is
He turns out he's the most dastardly of all the evildoers in the world. I mean, we just heard a rumor, so I mean,
surprise Pikachu face. It's just
what? But yeah, okay, we'll go ahead and call it here, and rejoin you guys next Sunday for chapter 338. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one. #bye everyone.
Yep.